It was always a mystery to Billy Blackbird that Dr. Owl went out on night shift. When all the other birds were settling down in their nests to go to sleep, Dr. Owl would fly out into the darkness. Sometimes Billy would hear him hooting away in the distance and wondered who he was talking to. Perhaps he was just a night watchbird guarding the birds of the forest, and with that comforting thought, Billy would go to sleep. When Billy woke up one morning, he realized that he'd not heard Dr. Owl hooting for several nights, and he'd not seen him for several days, so he decided to investigate. He went to the old oak tree where Dr. Owl lived, and he knocked on the little door. "Do come in," said Dr. Owl, opening the door. "What can I do for you?" "Well, I just came to see how you are," said Billy. "I haven't seen you for many days." "No, I'm ill. I've got the hooting cough." "Is that bad?" asked Billy. "Well, it's certainly not good," said Dr. Owl. "I expect you've been out in the cold," said Billy. "It's that drafty old church tower." "Well, why do you go there?" said Billy. I go to help the vicar." "How can you help the vicar in the middle of the night?" Billy asked. "I catch the mouse who chew the hymn books and nibble the bell ropes." "Does the vicar know what you do for him?" asked Billy. "No, he's in bed, but God knows what I do." "Well, it's a pity the vicar can't do something for you now," said Billy. "Well, I need some friars balsam or something strong to clear my head." "What's a friar then?" asked Billy. He's some sort of holy man. There are no friars around here." "But the vicar is a holy man, isn't he?" Billy suggested. "Well, I suppose so, but he wouldn't have any balsam." "Well," said Billy, "he has some very strong stuff in the church. I have smelt it. Shall I try to get some?" "I'll try anything," said Dr. Owl feebly. So Billy flew over the church, where he wriggled in under the eaves of the roof, and he was soon sniffing around the silent sanctuary. There was a strong smell of something. Onions? Fish? Mothballs? Whatever it was, the smell came from the direction of the altar. And after a lot of sniffing around, he found it. The smell came from some pellets in a dish near the altar. He packed some pellets into his pack, and he turned round and went back proudly to Dr. Owl. "Here you are, Dr. Owl," said Billy. "Take a good sniff of this." Dr. Owl took a big sniff, and he exclaimed, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, this is incense, incense. It will need a hoo, 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 hoo flame to fire it." Billy's face fell, and Dr. Owl looked very thoughtful. "The only way we can get some fire is from the sun." Billy began to wonder whether Dr. Owl was beginning to lose his senses a bit. But Dr. Owl went to his medicine box, and he went to the door of his little hole in the tree, and he had in his hand a magnifying glass. He placed the pellets on a plate, and he directed the rays of the morning sun onto the pellets, and soon smoke began to rise, and a very strong smell got up their noses. Dr. Owl took deep breaths. "Oh, this is doing me a power of good," he said. "This is making me feel sick," Billy groaned. "Then you must be a chapel bird," chuckled Dr. Owl. But Billy didn't see the joke. Soon Dr. Owl was feeling much better, and his hooting cough eased. "It seems that the vicar has been a great help to you and doesn't know it," said Billy. "As soon as I'm better, I must do some more pest controlling for him," said Dr. Owl. "I'd like to do something for the church." "So do I," said Billy. "But all I can do is shift spiders." "Well, every little helps," said Dr. Owl, with a nod and a wink.